So before we get into this video today, y'all, I just want to let y'all know I do not promote violence, domestic violence. It's not cute to put your hands on people, and you know what I'm saying, I do not advise anybody to raise their hand to nobody, especially a man. So I just wanted to give that disclaimer before we get into the story time today. And yeah, y'all, enjoy my story time. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the video. Hey y'all, it's your girl Salute Marin. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get into this video today, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Okay y'all, so I'm back with another Jody story time for y'all today. And from the title, you already know what your girl is about to talk about. So let's get into this video today. Okay y'all, so I want to just clear up some things from the last video. I kind of like just left y'all where I left y'all at, and didn't say much after that or really got into the whole depth of that situation, y'all. But with that situation, y'all, it was very traumatic, very traumatizing. I never had something like that happen to me or whatever, so that sent me into like a whole like depression, you know what I'm saying. After that, I never trusted Jody anyway. He already showed me his hand, so I already didn't trust him from the gate. But after that, it just made everything 10 times worse, y'all. Like, I was so insecure about myself, just period. And I know y'all probably was like, well girl, like, because when I explained like how my baby came out, the color of her skin, that's gonna come back up. Like, I didn't just say that for no reason. Like, it's a reason why I said what I said when I told y'all like how my baby came out and how she looked or whatever, because that's significant into my whole story relating to my baby daddy or whatever. And far as the whole like STD thing, y'all, like, after we got the situation cleared up or whatever, like, we did continue to mess around, and I was with this boy even after that for years, you know what I'm saying. So yeah y'all, so I just wanted to clear that up regarding the last story time. So let's go ahead and get into where we left off with the last story time. Okay y'all, so after the whole STD situation, y'all, when I found out this nigga, he finally wanted to go get situated, he ended up calling up Bear or whatever, and Bear took him. I don't know what was going on with the car situation, and I think I overstepped, because like I said, y'all, it's hard to like pinpoint every little thing because this was a long ass relationship. And when I told y'all about the car situation, it was actually another car we bought prior to that car. But around this time, just know that Bear picked him up to take him to the doctor or whatever. He ended up, in hindsight, now that I know, he ended up lying to Bear and telling him that he went to the doctor for a whole different thing. And when I talked to Bear and I told him the real reason why he had to go to the hospital or the emergency room, he was very shocked, and the look on his face was kind of suspicious. Like, he was just like, oh, why he couldn't just tell me? It was weird, y'all. Like, we're gonna get back into that later on another note. But after the whole situation with the STD shit, me and him, you know what I'm saying, I was just like, oh my God, like, boy, I cannot trust you. Like, you giving me shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, and he will always say he don't know how he got it. He think he got it from head. I mean, I don't know if you could really get that from that, but that was his story, and he was sticking to it, y'all. He stuck to that story for years. I didn't get the truth about how he really contracted that until when we broke up or was about to break up. And y'all, he literally said he don't know how he got it.
Bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
And that should just tell y'all everything y'all need to know. Like, this dude was literally cheating on me with everybody. He don't know how he got it. Like, it's that bad. So around that time, y'all, after that, me and Jody got into it really bad or whatever. Like, before we made up, like, we got into it really bad. He came home or whatever. Like, I ain't never really put my hands on Jody or nothing like that. I just like mush him or push him or whatever. And like, when me and him would get into it, like, it would kind of be like a fight. Like, he would just pull my hair out, like pull my tracks out, like, not my real hair, but like, if I had like, say if I had like a glue in or whatever, like, he would literally yank my tracks out. Or if I have like just got my hair done or whatever, he'll like grab my hair, because he know at that point, you know, I'm gonna stop hitting him because I don't want you to mess up my hair. Like, we're not doing that, you know what I'm saying? So It would just kind of go back and forth. And I guess, like, when I be yelling, you know how you yell at somebody and, like, spit come out your mouth? Like, that's what I would do. And I wouldn't do it intentionally. I'm not just, like spitting on a nigga. But, like, when you're mad and you're yelling and, you know what I'm saying, spit can be coming out, you know what I'm saying? So he took that as, like, oh, bitch, you spitting on me, so I'm going to snatch your weave out. Like, that was crazy. Like, that's what we would do. So me and him were getting into it real bad or whatever. And I was just like, you know, you got me fucked up. Like, fuck you, nigga, this. So, it was a day, y'all. I actually came home not too long after this situation happened. Like, after we made up or whatever. I came home or whatever, y'all. And I think this is around the time when I worked at the call center. I came, and that's a whole nother series I'm going to talk about, too. I came home, y'all, and I was, like, taking off my shoes, like, putting my work shit up where I had to put it at or whatever. And I went to go put my shoes underneath the bed, y'all. And guess what I found underneath the bed? I found a condom. I found a condom, y'all. Well, at least I know the nigga trying to wrap it up.
You are really dumb. For real.
Y'all, I found a condom. So I'm just like, and it was open. It wasn't even in the pack. I don't even know what the pack was. It was just out. So I'm just like, what the fuck is this, y'all? I literally touched the shit. Because I didn't care. Like, that's how mad I was. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, you been fucking a bitch in the house? He like, no. Y'all, this is the story this boy told me. He was like, no, I seen him in a gas station, whatever, and I just got it because I just wanted to see if it could fit. What? That don't even make any sense. So you telling me you tried on the condom like it's a shoe and to see if it fit your dick? Like, what are you talking about? What do you mean you trying to see if it fit? And it's so sad, y'all, because me and him never use condoms. Ever, ever, never, ever. Not one time. Not one time, y'all. And for, you know, people that's out there that's dating, wrap it up. I don't give a fuck how much you love somebody. Wrap it up. Especially if you know your nigga cheating on you. Just wrap it up. And I was so delusional, y'all, to even put my life on the line like this for a nigga like him. So he's like going back and forth with me. I'm like, nigga, you was a fuck ass liar. Like, you know you a liar. Like, who the fuck did you have in here, bro? Like, you really got me fucked up. Like, who the fuck did you have in here, and why the fuck do you have a condom? Like, it's open. Like, what the fuck? And he was like, I told you. So I threw the condom at him. Y'all, how about this nigga threw the condom back at me? So I'm just like, here we go with this condom shit again. Remember, y'all, I found the condom in his house when he used to live with Barry and Grandma, and he tried to make it seem like it was his sister's. Knowing the whole time it's in your bed, under your sheets, it's yours. Now I'm finding the condom under our bed, under our bed, and it gotta be yours. What the fuck? I don't got no meat. I ain't putting no Jimmy on this sausage. So, like, come on. So me and him getting into it real bad, and I'm just like, nigga, like, you really got me fucked up. Like, I'm really getting sick of you. Like, you're pissing me off. Like, you keep doing this shit. Like, you got me fucked up. He was like, well, at the end of the day, like, I'm getting sick of you. You aggravating. Like, you always on my back. I told you what it was. I was just trying to try the shit on. I'm like, no, you wasn't, bro. Like, you literally was fucking somebody in here. He was like, if I wanted to fuck somebody, I would fuck somebody.
And
Well, I know. Because that's all you seem to do. You can't keep your dick to yourself not one day. Like, this nigga literally, I felt like he was cheating on me every single day. Like, it was crazy, y'all. So after this, y'all, me and him getting into it real bad or whatever, and he was trying to, like, he would always belittle me, y'all. Like, he literally would call me ugly. Like, after I had my baby, y'all, and that's why I brought that up in the last video, like, when I said, like, how she came out and he thought she was so pretty and all this and all that. He was like, if it wasn't for me, our daughter wouldn't even look how she looked because of you. She looked like that because of me. Because of me, you're ugly. Nobody don't want your black ass. Like, y'all, I'm telling you, like, will beat me down like a drum. Like, what? To the point, y'all, like, and it's so sad to say this, like, I literally would have a journal, and I would write in there and say I'm not ugly. I was just like, wow, like, you what? Now I'm ugly? Like, what are you talking about? Like, y'all, like, he would try to break me down, and I'm just like, wow, like, so now I'm ugly? He was like, yeah, like, the fuck, like, our baby look like that because of me. Like, who are you? Like, and I'm just like, well, nigga, fuck you. Like, I can get a nigga right now. Like, he was like, go get him then. Go get him then. And I was like, well, nigga, fuck you. Like, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Like, I can't be too ugly. I got a baby by you. I could have a baby with any of these bitches. Oh, okay. So after that, y'all, he had the nerve, y'all. I forgot how this made this like transpire like this. But this dude, like, me and him going back at it so bad. Like, he trying to really prove to me, like, he could get a bitch right now. You don't have to prove that because you already proved it. I just found the whole condom. So why are you trying to make me even more mad? So after this, y'all, I'm sitting there in the room and I was like, you lame as fuck. Like, you always talking to other bitches. Like, you always doing all this and all that. He was like, well, oh well. And I'm like, and if I want to talk to them, I'm gonna do that. Like, it is what it is. And I was like, nigga, fuck you. Like, I can go call me a nigga, get me a nigga right now. He was like, oh, well, go do it. He was like, I can call a bitch right now. I said, well, call her then. Y'all, this nigga tried my life. Guess what this boy did? I'm sitting there on the floor because I'm just like, me and him was going back and forth for so long. We titting for tatting, knowing I don't really got nobody I can call. I don't even have no roster for real. But it will be people back in the day, like, I can go look back at my messages. Like, people will always write me, like, you're so beautiful, this and that. Like, I'm linked with you, let me see you on a date. And I would never respond back because I was so into my baby daddy. Whole time this man cheating on me with everybody. So he was just like, well, I can call a bitch right now since you want to play that game. I said, well, call her then. Girl, why did I say that? This boy calls a girl, y'all. And what killed me the most, I never even seen this girl pop up. I looked through this boy phone all the fucking time and I never seen this girl pop up, y'all. He FaceTimed the girl. And when she picked up the phone, y'all, I ain't say nothing. Cause I just wanted to hear, like, you showing me your hand, so I'm about to see what you on. The girl answered the phone. She like, hey, babe, what's up?
No, the fuck she didn't.
Babe? What? Y'all, I was so stunned. He was like, hey, what you doing? Like, acting like I'm not there, y'all. Just trying to piss me off. And she was just like, nothing, like, chilling in the car. What you up to? What you over there doing? Like, just with her little sweet voice on. You know how these girls give it up? And I'm just, like, sitting there, y'all, looking so fucking dumb. Like, with boo-boo on my face. And he's having a whole conversation with this girl. And she got all these nicknames for him. And she was like, yeah, it's good seeing you. You look good as fuck. And he like, you look good as fuck too. And I'm like over there kind of like looking, but not getting in the camera or nothing. Because I'm trying to see who this bitch is. Because I never seen her before. After that whole time, y'all, I'm stalking the girl page after that. Because I never seen her before. So he wrap up the conversation or whatever. And he hang up. He was like, see? Just like that. I said, well, damn, Jody, like, if you really don't want to be with me no more, then just go be with the next bitch. Like, you don't have to be with me, bro. Like, just go be with the next bitch. And he was like, and I will, like, if I want to, and I will. So after that, y'all, after we would get in arguments, this was, like, kind of the worst. Like, when I tell y'all, this man was shitting on me like I was a turd. He was, like, literally playing me. Like, playing the fuck out of me. Like, ever since his sister passed away, like, it was so bad, y'all. So, after that situation, I'm like, nigga, you really got me fucked up. Like, after a while, y'all, like, when I would... Because it was, like, 3 bedrooms in that house. Yeah, 3 bedrooms in that trailer. So, after a while, y'all, not too long that I was living there, I moved into the other room. The room that was supposed to be for me and Brooke, my daughter... me and her moved in that room together. Like, I didn't even want to be around this nigga no more. But I was just like, well, damn. Like, this nigga literally got the balls to sit there and call another bitch in my face and play on me like that, calling me ugly, saying my baby wouldn't look how she looked if it wasn't for him. Like, nobody's ever gonna want me. Like, just all type of shit. Like, he would literally tell me that, y'all, and I would believe him. Like, I would believe, like, nobody else would love me. Like, I would really believe it. Like, I was so fucking delusional. So, after that situation, y'all, I didn't move into the other room. I set up shop. I was just like, you know, I gotta get away from him, y'all. And I know it was stupid, y'all. I feel like when I told the last story time, I really wanted to stop telling my story. I really did. Because it's just like, Because it's only get worse. And I know people gonna be like, damn, girl, like, you really stuck around for that long dealing with that? But it's easier said than done. Like, I was so young when I met him. I was just, that's felt like that's all I knew. That's all I had. And I didn't want to start over with nobody else. You know what I'm saying? I made a family with this boy. You know, I just felt like I needed to have that. But in reality, it took me a very long time to know that, girl, you don't need this man. You don't need him. You don't need to have the perfect fairy tale. You don't need that. Like, if somebody is treating you like you're the fucking scum of the earth, like a fucking pebble under their shoe, you need to get on through. Like, straight up. Like, this man has no respect for you. He don't love you. Like, and it's so crazy, y'all, because he will always say, like, Dante, I know you can't tell, but I really do love you, though. How can you love me? Then after the whole arguments or whatever, and I'm like, well, you called me ugly. He was like, it was just an argument. No, it's not. It's some truth behind that. You say that every time we get in an argument. You try to beat me down. He like, you too sensitive. Like, it's just an argument. Like, why would I have a baby with somebody that's ugly? Clearly, you don't care. Because you be messing with bitches that's ugly as hell. Like, the fuck? Like, come on now. Y'all. So after I moved out the room or whatever, y'all, I was just like, yeah, like, I don't know how much longer this shit gonna work with me and this nigga. Like, it was just too much going on. And I know y'all told y'all that my mama and her boyfriend was staying with us. That's like a whole different story time and a whole different time frame that I'm gonna have to tell y'all about. Because my mama and her boyfriend was a damn trip while we was living in this house, y'all. It was a trip. Two toxic couples living in one household is diabolical. Like, it was so crazy, y'all. If it wasn't me and Jody fighting, it was her and her boo fighting in the other room. Like, the fuck? So, yeah, y'all. So, after this nigga played me out and FaceTimed the girl or whatever in front of me or whatever, I was just, like, on some other shit. Like, I eventually, I was just, like, you know, like, I started, like, really, like, questioning my life. Like, what am I going to do next? Like, how the fuck am I really gonna stay in some shit like this? And this boy is treating me like this. Like, and it was so stupid, y'all. I literally was still lay down on my back with this dude. Even after the whole STD thing, y'all, I don't even think I went the whole 7 days before I laid back down with him. And that's just me telling the truth. That's just me telling the truth, trying to be so transparent with y'all, because I don't want other people to make the same mistakes that I made. I mean, I know it's gonna happen because you gotta live, you gotta learn before you go. Like, you gotta go through stuff to grow through stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of stuff that I really had to grow up from, because I never really had a real boyfriend until I had met him, and he was far from a real boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and my boyfriend that I'm with now, we did more than I ever did with Jody in a fraction of a time. He do way more. Like, and that's just not even bragging or nothing, but it just shows you the different sides of different people. Like, I'm over there putting up with all this shit. Nigga, he been stopped calling me beautiful and cute. You know what I'm saying? I get that reassurance on a day-to-day. And sometimes people need that. And I just feel like my baby daddy really damaged me to my core, to the point where I'm still going through some of that stuff to this day. Like, I was so insecure when I was with this nigga. It was to the point where, like, I literally would just cry every night and listen to, like, Jean Aku. I would listen to her every night, y'all. I was on her body so bad. I love that girl to this day, okay? She's like a baby Drake to me, like a girl Drake. Now, I would listen to her just cry, because I would notice, like, every time me and Jody would get into it and I'd cry, like, and we'd talk and I'd cry about it, like, he would literally laugh at me. Like, and that makes me feel some type of way to even say it out my mouth. But he would literally laugh at me, y'all. Like, do you know how that feels? Like, you ever been so hurt that you can feel your heart hurting? Or you can feel your heart, like, breaking? Like, I can feel it in my chest. Like, felt like my heart was about to fall out. Like, that's how hurt I was, y'all. So, after that whole situation, y'all, you will never believe the next things that Jody had set up for me. So I'm at work one day and I get a text message. She like, yeah, what I name her? V. V mama girlfriend going through it with her mom or whatever, so I'm gonna let her crash at the crib for a few days. So I'm already thinking like, what do you mean you're gonna let this lady come to our house? What the fuck are you talking about? He like, man, when I was talking to her, whatever, like, she was hella cool and she don't really got nowhere to go. And at this point in time, y'all, my mom and them wasn't there, because dad wouldn't even went like that. But he was just like, you know, like, yeah, like, she gonna stay with us for a few days or whatever, because she look out for me anytime I needed her. I'm like, Jody, hold on. First of all, when was she looking out for you? Because ever since I knew you, you never knew V. You met her while you was fucking with me like a year later. So what are you talking about? When did you have all these moments with these people? And he was like, Dante, like I said, she gonna crash. Y'all, I get home. This lady is in our living room. Already just set up shop. Got her a blanket. Got her a pillow. Got her spinner night bed. Y'all, I could not fucking believe it. And I'm like, Jody, like, you really gonna have this lady in our living room? The same bitch whose stepdaughter you was fucking with, literally? Why is she here? Y'all, I was so fucking pissed. And around that time, y'all, that's when I was like first learning how to cook or whatever. I'll never forget this day, y'all. I had made some fucking turkey wings and I burnt them shits the fuck up. Yeah, bitch, eat these burnt ass turkey wings. Because he still let her eat. He let her eat our food. I know she was talking shit. Probably like, oh yeah, this little bitch can't cook. Yeah, these turkey wings burnt this crib. Yeah, I burnt them shits on purpose, ho. Because fuck you. Why are you in my house? Like, I had nothing to say, y'all. To the point where the next day, me and this bitch got into it. Because, bitch, you got to get the fuck out. Why are you here? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I made it so fucking clear to Jody. I'm just like, you are doing too much. Like, you just going to let this lady sleep in our house? And he really thought it wasn't a big deal. So the next day, y'all, me and this lady kind of got into it. Because I'm just like, yeah, like, because I think she could kind of, like, overheard. Because I didn't give a fuck. Why is she here? So we in the living room, y'all. She trying to run down the timeline with Jody and V. Bitch, if you want to do that, you can get the fuck on. Because I was just like, well, yeah, Jody. I forgot how it happened, but she was trying to bring this bitch up. Don't speak of this bitch name in my house. You can get the fuck out. Bitch, you don't have nowhere to go right now. Go back to your fucking wife or your girlfriend. Get the fuck out of here. And if y'all keeping up with me, everybody seemed like that Jody had connections to, or even like family members, was G-A-Y. Keep that in mind, y'all. I want y'all to really keep that in mind.
Clock that T.
So I was just like,
clock that T.
The fuck? So she was just like, yeah, around the time V and Jody was messing around, they did this, they did that. I said, oh. And it was like she was trying to piss me off. I was like, oh, well, Jody ain't say all that. He said that it was this and it was that and it was that and it was this. She was like, no. They was together. They was in a relationship.
And
Like, she literally said that V and Jody was in a relationship. I said, what? I ain't know that. I ain't know that at all. That's some new shit. The fuck? Jody like, nah, it wasn't like that.
Cap.
He was stuck for words. So, I don't know what he said to her, y'all, but after that, later on that day, she didn't even last like a day. She literally left the next day because, bitch, you gotta go. Like, I'm going to make you feel so uncomfortable here. You're not even going to want to be here anyway. Get the fuck out of here. So, after that, y'all, when she left, me and this nigga got into it so bad, y'all. I was in there trying to square up with this nigga. I'm like, you know, Jody, like, I want a one. I want a one-on-one. And he like, man, Dante, like, get out my face. I'm not about to fight you. I'm like, yeah, we got to fight, bro. Because you literally keep disrespecting me. You just had this girl stepmama move in here and you try to make it seem like you was never even fucking with this girl like that. Whole time this lady said y'all was in a relationship. When the fuck did this happen? Like, I'm so confused. Like, you had a girl, I've been your girlfriend for years now. It's like 3-4 years we in this. Whole time he was still talking to V. That was your girlfriend? So he was like, Dante, like, move, get out my face, y'all. So I'm trying to provoke him. I'm like, pushing him. Like, I'm like, no, like, I want to fight you. I'm mushing him in his face and shit. But he like, we not about to do all that. We not about to do all that. Because like I told you, y'all, he would always pull my hair out. So he get on the phone with Two Turn, which is AKA Jody Mama. He get on the phone with her and he just like, oh, she keep going back and forth with me over some dumbass shit. She mad about this and that. What can I do? This is what this nigga say, y'all. He said, what can I do to her so I can't go to jail? Like, what can I do without me physically putting my hands on her? What can I do? Y'all, guess what fuck Two Turn told him he could do to me without him going to jail? She basically like, oh yeah, you could dump her on her neck. Like, basically like saying like he can slam me on my neck and he won't get in trouble because that's self-defense.
Huh?
He was like, yeah, because that's what I'm going to have to do, because she pissing me the fuck off. She keep mushing me in my face, pushing me and shit, and we ain't about to do all this. We ain't about to do all this. So she was just like, you know, at the end of the day, like, if she doing all that, like, make her leave, get her out of there. Mind you, y'all, I got this man baby, and she telling him to tell me to get the fuck out. So I'm just like, wow, like, that's what we're really doing. Like, when I tell y'all, like, Jody mama did not like me for years. It was so crazy, y'all, and I'm about to get back to the point that I'm trying to make. When I had my daughter and she finally met Two Turn, my daughter was scared of her for years, and I have a whole story time about this. My daughter was scared of her. Like, she didn't want her to touch her. Every time she would get too close to her, I don't know if it's because, like, she looked like a boy and she was a girl and my daughter could feel the energy. She did not like her, y'all. She would not let her touch her. Every time she would try to hold her, she would cry. It's like she felt the energy. Even when I was, like, pregnant. Maybe that's where it started, because Jody grandmama always would say that. Like, you know, because older people always have different ways of expressing things, but the whole time she knew that Two Turn didn't like me. So she was just like, you know, she never liked you. Like, so maybe your baby felt that. Like, and she just don't fuck with her like that. Like, y'all, my baby could not fucking stand her. Like, it was weird. So after she get off the phone or whatever, Jody proceeded to try to dump me on my neck like his mama told him to do. So, y'all, me being me, because like I said, I grew up with a gang of brothers, you know what I'm saying? Your girl know how to defend herself. I know what I gotta do, okay? You're not about to dump me on my neck. So as soon as he tried to, like, scoop me, I dropped to the ground. Like, you know, I put all my weight down on him. You not about to drop me on my neck, nigga. The fuck? We can fight one-on-one. We could go off these hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might not win, but we can go off these hands, you know what I'm saying? So he trying to do all of that, y'all. And we on the ground fighting or whatever, y'all. And I'm sorry, I should have did a disclaimer. We on the ground fighting or whatever, y'all. He had me, like, pant to the point where I couldn't breathe. And I was, like, up, like, trying to, like, face him or whatever, y'all. And I never physically, like, actually, like, connect fists with Jody or anything like that. But this day I felt like I had to. So I was on the ground or whatever, and I just seen him, like, on top of me, like, with all his, like, elbows and shit, like, in my chest. And I still had my hands, like, you know what I'm saying, free or whatever. So I just, like, doop. I, like, stuck him in his face, like, and his mouth was bleeding or whatever, y'all, to get him the fuck off of me. Because we not doing this. Like, you're the one that has me fucked up, y'all. And so after this situation, y'all, I just started doing me. Like, I was just like, you know, like, I don't never really do nothing. Like, I'm about to just start doing whatever the fuck I want to do, y'all. So after this situation, I was just like, I went in the other room or whatever. And my daughter is so sad because she literally was there with me through everything. Like, I know some things she can't remember, but now that I talked to her, now that she's older, it's some things that she can remember. And it kind of scares me that she can remember things like that when she was so young. But she remembers it. Like, she remembers us living in that trailer. She remembers us, like, fighting and going, doing all that. You know what I'm saying? And kids, that stick with kids. You know what I'm saying? So every time I would cry, she would always, like, try to hold me and be like, Mommy, it's okay. Like, you know, like, wiping my tears. And there's, like, nowhere else for me else to cry because I'm her day to day. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I first had my baby, whatever, it was like I was a single mom in a house with a nigga because he would just watch her. Like, if I had, and it wouldn't even be just that. Like, when I started working, y'all, his grandma literally watched my baby to the point where she just stopped watching her and my other daughter maybe like 3 years ago. And they would spend the nights with her. Like, it was a point in time where I used to, like, work a shift that was kind of at night, and he worked during the day. So she would go over there, like, on a weekend or whatever, and she would spend the night. So he wouldn't even want to watch her. Like, he'll have his grandma watch her, and we pay her. But when he could just watch her, but he just wanted to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do. And then when we was at home, it's like he was always asleep. So I always had my daughter with me. So when I used to be in my feelings or whatever and crying and shit, if she ain't sleep, she right there looking at me fucking weeping and crying in the room. Then after I sit there and cry or whatever, this nigga would hear me in there crying. He would never try to check on me to see how I'm doing or none of that. Like, he would wait till maybe like the next day or sometimes it would go like days without him talking to me. Like he would just ignore me, or to be like a time like, oh, well, he'd come in there and then be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean nothing I said. But then the next day do it all over again. Like, I'm back ugly, I'm back, no bitch, nobody's gonna want you. Like, y'all, he would always call me out my name. Like, just, it was crazy. It's so cringe to even talk about it, y'all. So after a while, y'all, I'm gonna introduce a dude in here or whatever, and y'all can say if I cheated or whatever, but I ain't never cheated on this nigga. So what can I name this nigga? So after a while, y'all, I started like responding back to this one specific dude, you know what I'm saying? And I actually seen him, because at some point in times, like when my daughter was little, she used to want to go to the park. So like I told you, when Jody would go play basketball, sometimes I would go with him again, and we would go to the park or whatever. And it was a few times where like I was in the gym and I actually seen this dude, and I was like, damn, like he kind of fine, like so so I seen him in my inbox, and it's like so crazy because he didn't give a fuck. Like, so he would always like hit me up and be like, like, you cute, like, what's up with you? Like, and I would just ignore it. But after that whole situation happened, y'all, I'm just like, fuck that. Like, I'm about to start doing me. Like, this nigga is starting to get on my nerve. Like, fuck you, nigga. So we just gonna call this dude, call him player, because that's exactly what the fuck he was. He kind of looked like Jody. Like, it was crazy. Like, they both was light-skinned as hell, both really cute, but I was just like, it was just something about him, y'all, that I couldn't trust. So I started responding back to him or whatever, y'all, and we just gonna leave the story time right here, and we're gonna pick up on it the next time when I get into the story. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, after this story time, y'all, I might take a little break and start talking about other things, because it's kind of draining to relive these things. Like, talking about it kind of like make my chest feel funny when I be speaking about this stuff, because it really bothers me to kind of like, because when you're speaking on it, it kind of open my eyes to be like, damn girl, hey, like, you really were dumb as fuck. Like, you was dumb, right? But you know what I'm saying? But I know I had to go through some shit to know what I know today, and I never in my life put up with no shit like that. Like, and when I get into story times about my boyfriend, because that nigga ain't perfect, and we've been through a lot of shit too, but the situation that happened with me and him was prior, before we got into a relationship. So I'm gonna talk about that, but just not right now. But just know I would never deal with no shit like that to this day. Okay? No. Okay? No. But that is a wrap for this video, y'all. If y'all like this video, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Support your girl. Follow your girl on all social medias. That's at TikTok at Salute Marie, and Instagram at Salute Marie. And always make sure post notification bells is always turned on. So every time I post another video, y'all tuned in. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace.